We talked about it this summer that we knew he would eventually play this year. We would need him, and he would be ready when that time came, and he surely was. Good hands. He's the possession guy. Probably a little bit faster and more athletic than just that. But he catches it. He's where he's supposed to be. Works hard to get his job done on every snap. Reliable. Without a doubt, it's a positive piece. Certainly in practice against our own people, we do good versus good work every day, so we get spread components and we get speed work that way. But nobody is really comparable to Baylor in what they do offensively from a tempo standpoint, from a scheme standpoint, from a width standpoint. So yeah, we're taking advantage of the 2 weeks. It was very favorable that way. Favorable from a preparation standpoint, not as favorable from a personnel standpoint, and being built to withstand that. It took its toll physically, not from an injury standpoint on the defensive side of the ball necessarily, but it weighs on you physically. And not only were we advantageously taking advantage of the time to prepare for Baylor, we're also taking advantage of the time and resting and going shorter on the practice field. By far, the Iowa game was his most intense game. I commented in his staff on Sunday that he was almost angry. And I wish I could remember how Mo stated it. I think he said, paraphrasing, he was right up to the line but didn't cross it. And he was just talking about his attitude in a complimentary way. He didn't lose focus. He didn't get too intense that he played out of what he's capable of. He was ready for the game and intent to do his job. Did some things by far better, whether it be half coverage or man coverage, tackling, taking good angles than he has up to this point. Arguably come as far in 3 games played as anybody. I've seen a difference in him since we made the decision that he was our starter, and it wasn't prophetic. I told you a week ago that the Iowa game he'd play his best game. Yeah. I told you the first 2 were his 2 best, and the Iowa game he'd play his best. It's just one of those feelings that you get that you have great confidence and you know it's going to happen. You're not wishing it to happen. It's in his preparation. It's in the knowledge of a 4-year player. I compliment Coach Sturdy in the coaching of the position, and the physical development, whether that be through Yancey in the weight room or what Todd's doing with those guys mechanically and throwing a football. But all that combined puts a guy in position to lead that drive and be successful. We got some cover guys, and we actually held up in the run good when we did the 3-man front stuff. We had 6 people still in the box, and guys got off blocks and made plays, which is what we didn't do against North Dakota State. We didn't get off blocks and make plays, and to a certain extent we didn't do it against Kansas State. There were reasons why we used it schematically in this game and not others, and moving forward the same will be the truth. Some games you won't see it as much, some games you'll see it more. But we got some underneath guys that can cover a little bit, and the matchups were good for us. We've got, you're allowed 42 recruiting days in the fall evaluation period, and Thursday we're going to use 7 of them. Friday we're using 10 of them, and Saturday we're using 9 of them. So it's extremely important right now, and we're going all the way to North Carolina, and we're going all the way to California. So we're covering a lot of schools, a lot of ground, seeing a lot of kids. With this offense, we need to be 65 or better, and so being where we are right now is part product of the offense, but it's a heavier product of Sam's accuracy and getting through his progressions, and the guys catching it, doing a nice job of not only catching it but getting open to be in position to catch it. And that was one of my points of emphasis with the offense last week. We got to throw and catch, but that starts with getting open. We got to gain separation and give him a window to throw to.